going to be safe. Fly ball deep to left field. Back it goes to the wall. It is a home run. Hit deep to left field. Back it goes to the wall. It is gone.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, WGAA, the Big Double A. This is Cedartown High School Lady Dawgs softball on the Big Double A, WGAA 1340 AM and now at 106.1 FM. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app. Let's head down to the field for today's action.
And good afternoon, Lady Dawgs sports fans. Cedartown High School softball here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, 106.1 FM, AM 1340, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and the NFHS Network. It's a battle of the red and black, the Cedartown Lady Dawgs, 3-0 on the season. Welcome to town, the Allatoona Buccaneers, a battle of unbeatens as Allatoona comes into tonight's game with a perfect 2-0 record. Which team will pick up their first loss of the season? Which team will remain perfect? Well, we're about to find out. Allatoona with wins over Hiram 8-0 and Southeast Whitfield by a final score of 12-3. Your Lady Dawgs, they're perfect as well through 3 games. We had a win to start off the season against Pepperell 13-0, a win over Southeast Whitfield by a final score of 5-0, and a win over Woodland by a final score of 8-0. 26 runs the Lady Dawgs have produced in 3 games. They haven't given up a single run yet. Tuesday night's contest against Hiram was postponed until Wednesday. That game was then delayed, and we'll have to restart that game. We were 2 outs away from that being an official game. Lady Dawgs led that game by a score of 4-0 when the game was postponed. It'll be Shaylee Pittman in the center circle for the Lady Dawgs. She's going to get the start as our pitcher this afternoon, and we are ready to go to work. Cedartown High School softball here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. Sam Branch here with you, bringing you all the action. First pitch on the way. That's a chopper to the shortstop. It'll be Boozer who will field and fire first for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, and a good start for the Lady Dawgs defense. That was Aubrey Moore to lead things off for Allatoona. She's also their starting pitcher. Alyssa Ramsey will now come to the plate. Your defensive alignment for the Lady Dawgs from third to first, it's Elliott Boozer, Elliott Waits. Left to right, Ramey, Westmoreland, and Washington. Behind the plate, Lexi Bennett. First pitch to Ramsey. Misses out of the zone, ball 1. Andrew Carter in downtown Cedartown, covering the Bulldog Bash. The count. Pitch on the way from Pittman. That misses in the dirt. Ball 3. So after the first pitch, first out, Pittman now falling behind 3-0. That one's in there, called strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch on the way from Pittman. That one's hit down the first base side, but foul. So that'll bring the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pittman looks in, gets the sign from Bennett. And the 3-2 on the way. Just missed ball 4. So after a ground out to the shortstop, a walk issued, and that'll put 1 aboard. This is going to bring up Avery Austin. Austin comes to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch on the way from Pittman. Runner goes. That one's fouled off to the right side. That'll be out of play. And Pittman's ahead in the count, 0-1. This Allatoona team was the top-tier team in the region last year. so far showing some signs of strength, although their best player, the starting pitcher that was so good, no longer with the team. Runner goes again, but that one once again fouled back. That's out of play behind the press box. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes on Austin. Pittman gets a new softball. So does the umpire, and we're ready to go to work. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. And the pitch on the way. Runner goes. That one missed. Throw down to second is not in time. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes with Ramsey now in scoring position. Pittman looks in, gets the sign. And the pitch. That one's in the dirt, rolls up there. Good stop there by Lexi Bennett. Keeps it in front of her. And the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pittman, the 2-2. That's a chopper at the plate. That'll be foul. That'll keep the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chilvers is on deck for the Buccaneers. A warm afternoon for softball. 89 degrees here at first pitch. And the first pitch on the way. That one's upstairs. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. The throw was a little bit in front of her. So Elliott really had to reach back, although that's where Elliott was playing her, was in front of the bag. Good throw down to third by Bennett, just not in time. So the runner now at third base, 1 out, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Austin. The payoff pitch on the way. And that one's chopped to the left side. The third baseman's going to look the runner back. And so Austin is going to reach safely as Elliott held the runner at third. So that'll put runners on the corner with 1 out. If you want to get out of this inning unscathed, you're going to have to induce a double play here.
Sam Chilvers.
Sam Chilvers will come to the plate now. First pitch on the way from Pittman. That one's hit to the right side. That's going to score a run. Probably 2. 1 run is in. Allatoona will hold at third. The Lady Dogs surrender their first run of the 2025 season, and Allatoona is on the board, 1-0 here in the top of the first inning.
Allatoona, number 13, Lila Strickland.
So that'll bring up Strickland. She comes to the plate with runners at second and third. And still just 1 out in the inning. A good piece of hitting there by Chilvers. She just hit it right down the first base line. Good defense, though, by the Lady Dogs. Keeps the scoring to just 1 run. That one missed in the dirt. Good stop again by Bennett. Strickland is ahead in the count, 1-0. And the pitch. That one misses ball 2. Just the slightest of breezes blowing from left to right. Time called. Lexi Bennett will head out to the center circle. Going to have a pep talk with Cedartown starting pitcher Shaylee Pittman. Fouled off as well. So the count now 2 balls and 1 strike on Strickland. And the 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Shaylee. She's got a battle here. We saw Shaylee struggle some when she would run into trouble last year. This is the first time she's really run into any type of problems on the base pads. The 2-2. Just missed upstairs, ball 3. Not a bad pitch at all there by Pittman. See if she could go get Strickland to go fishing upstairs. The payoff pitch on the way. Called, strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning. That was your third payoff pitch of the inning, and the first one that was called a strike. So runners still at second and third. And that's going to bring up Haley Gaddis. First pitch on the way from Pittman. In there, called strike 1. Good pitch there by the Lady Dogs hurler. And the pitch. That one's fouled back. So Pittman quickly ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Gaddis back in the box. Pittman the look in. And the pitch. Foul to the right side. That one's going to reach the parking lot. So the count will remain 0-2. Again, Pittman looks in. And the 0-2. That one's fouled off at the plate. So Gaddis putting up a heck of a at bat here, staying alive. Behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 on the way. That one missed. Bennett tried to frame it, would not get the call. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was low and possibly even in a little bit. Bennett tried to bring it up into the strike zone. The 1-2 on the way. Hit to the right side, fielded by Waits. She'll grab and go to first for out number 3. The Buccaneers strike first. It's 1-0. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
One to nothing is your score as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Cedartown Lady Dogs trail for the first time all season. Lady Buccaneers would strand 2. They would pick up 1 run on 2 hits. So it will be for the Lady Dogs, Westmoreland, Pittman, Boozer, Washington, Bennett, Elliott, Waits, Elliott, Ramey. Lady Dogs needing to strike right back here in the bottom of the first inning. Mariah Westmoreland to the plate. And the first pitch on the way to the Lady Dogs center fielder. That one missed outside, ball 1. And the pitch. That one's hit to the left side. The third baseman will field and fire over to first for out number 1. So Westmoreland is retired.
Batting for the Lady Dogs, number 3, Shaylee.
And that's going to bring up Shaylee Pittman. She'll come to the plate for the Lady Dogs. Nobody on, one out. And the pitch on the way. Chop to the left side and foul. Aubrey Moore, the starting pitcher for this Allatoona squad. She looked good during warm-ups. So far looking good here. Ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That one is lifted to the left side. Bounces off of the roof of the dugout and foul. And Pittman quickly behind 0-2. Moore looks in, gets the sign, and the pitch on the way. That one's well outside. Ball 1. Defensively for Allatoona, it's Chilvers, Ramsey, and Thomas from left to right. We'll get the rest of the defensive alignment here in just a moment. The 1-2 on the way to Pittman. That one's popped up. It's going to be a play for the second baseman. She retreats onto the grass and makes the grab for out number 2. That was Strickland out at second. The rest of your defensive alignment is Cheatham, Gaddis, Strickland,
Kinsley Boozer.
and Macarack. First pitch on the way to Kinsley Boozer is fouled back. So Kinsley falls behind 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch. That one's hit right back up the middle, and that's going to be the first base hit for this Lady Dog squad. Comes off of the bat of Kinsley Boozer. And we know when she is on, she is really good. So this will bring up Chastity Washington hitting in this cleanup spot for this Lady Dogs lineup.
Washington.
Boozer, a pretty quick runner over at first base. And the pitch on the way, and there goes Boozer. That one is fouled off to the right side and out of play. We know that Coach Josh Smith likes to be aggressive on the base pads, and we were talking pre-game. We would not be surprised if we saw him continue that aggression here against Allatoona. The 0-1. Nope. Time called. Pitcher called time. Chastity also was calling time. I think Chastity was confused as if time had been granted to the pitcher or not. Now we're ready. The 0-1. Chopper to the left side. That's going to be through. Boozer, though, is going to have to hold at second. And so Chastity Washington, back-to-back 2-out singles, courtesy of Boozer and Washington. That'll put runners at first and second, and that's going to bring up Lexi Bennett.
Batting for the Lady Dogs, number 4, Lexi Bennett.
So Cedartown quickly has tied Allatoona in the hits column. Now we just need to put one in the run column. Good chance to do it here with Bennett at the plate. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss from Bennett. 0-1 the count. Moore looks into Austin, gets the sign, pitch on the way. Called, strike 2. That strike zone looked like it grew a little bit on that pitch. Moore looks in, gets the sign. The 0-2 on the way. Way out in front of it, strike 3, and that will do it for the bottom of the first inning. Lady Dogs pick up 2 hits, we leave 2. Trail 1-0. Let's go to the top of the second. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For Oil changes, new tires or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, Bucs stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Seven, 8, 9 due up here in the top of the second inning for the Allatoona Buccaneers. They enjoy a 1-0 lead over the Cedartown Lady Dogs. First time all season the Lady Dogs have been scored on. First time they trail. Although we knew,
Number 2, Addison Cheatham.
we knew that we were going to run into some tougher teams, and this is one of them. Addison Cheatham will start things off here in the top of the second inning. Cedartown High School softball here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, 106.1 FM, AM 1340. First pitch on the way from Cedartown, Shaylee Pittman. At missed upstairs, ball one. And the pitch from Pittman. That one's in there, called strike one. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Good pitch there from Cedartown's Shaylee Pittman. And the 1-1 on the way. That was all-speed pitch. Got her out in front of it. Strike two. Cheatham behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the second inning. Pittman, the long look into Bennett. Gets the sign, ready to go. The wind and the pitch. Got her. Strike 3 swinging. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Batter for Allatoona, number 7, Sophie McCurack.
McCurack will now come to the plate. Nobody on and 1 out. McCurack getting the start at first for Allatoona. And the pitch from Pittman. Called, strike 1. Pittman back in the circle, toes the rubber, looks in, gets the sign from Bennett. The wind and the pitch. That one's hit to the right side, but foul out of play. And the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Finally, a little bit of sunshine. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast. Lady Dogs were supposed to be in action on Monday against Armurchie. That game was canceled due to rain. They were supposed to be in action on Tuesday against Hiram. That game was postponed until Wednesday as that pitch misses, 1 ball and 2 strikes. They would start the game on Wednesday and make it into the bottom of the 4th, but would not complete the bottom of the 4th, which means we've got to start all over on August the 27th. The 1-2 on the way. That one skied to the right side and just off the top of the fence and comes back into the field, but clearly well out of play. So the count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Lady Dogs 3-0 on the season, but they should have 2 more games in the books already. But thanks to Mother Nature and summertime here in the South, that is not the case. The 1-2 on the way from Pittman. Called, strike 3, second straight strikeout for Shaylee Pittman, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batter for Allatoona, number 1, Jade Thomas.
Jay Thomas now will come to the plate. Number 9 batter in the lineup. Base is empty and 2 outs. First pitch on the way from Pittman. That catches the outside part of the plate, strike one. I tell you what, if Shaley can live out there, we can hold Allatoona right where they are and then let the bats take over. The 0-1 on the way. That one just missed upstairs. That'll even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. I agree, Sean. He gave the other team that call. The 1-1 on the way. That one's hit to the right side. That one's going to get down. A base hit. Chastity Washington will come over in field and fire in to the infield to hold Thomas to a single, but now we'll go back to the top of the order. So a 2-out single, and we'll head back to the top to Ramsey. Moore. I didn't scroll all the way up. Aubrey Moore, the opposing starting pitcher, comes to the plate trying to help herself here with a runner on and 2 outs. Pittman looks in. And the pitch. That one bounced in. Good stop there by Bennett. 1 ball, no strike. Cedartown wearing their all-white uniforms for those listening just on radio. Cedartown in red, block letters across the front. Trimmed in black, numbers on the back in red, trimmed in black. Red piping on the tops and bottoms, as that one is a called strike and leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Allatoona, the almost exact opposite of Cedartown. All black uniforms. Pitch on the way. That one is skied to the center field. Westmoreland's going to have to go deep up against the fence, and that one catch is made at the fence. What a catch by Mariah Westmoreland. It saves a run, possibly 2. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
1-0 is your score as we head to the bottom of the second inning. A big catch out in center field by Cedartown sophomore Mariah Westmoreland. Made the play right at the fence. That saved a run, possibly 2. Moore gave that one a ride. Good defense there by the Lady Dogs. The bats will go back to work now. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up. Allie Elliott, Emmeline Waits, Avery Elliott. Again, a warm afternoon here for Lady Dogs softball. Going to be warm again tomorrow. We are right at 24 hours away from kickoff of the 2025 Cedartown High School football season. Your Bulldogs will be in action tomorrow night. Kickoff set for 7:30, Cedartown Memorial Stadium, Doc Ayers Field. We're playing the team from the other side of the county. So if you're not here tomorrow night, you better have a good excuse. And if you're not here, join us here on the Big Double A. First pitch on the way from Moore to Elliott's in the dirt, ball 1. Pre-game show will begin at 6 p.m. Myself, along with Andrew Carter, Coach Chris McKelvey, and our special guest for Week 1, former host of the post-game show, Ethan Kreider. Swing and a miss by Elliott, strike 1. Coach Doyle Kelly was originally scheduled to be our Week 1 guest, but due to some complications outside of his control, he's going to be joining us later in the season. Ethan will do a fantastic job filling in for him as Allie Elliott takes one off the left thigh And she's going to head down to first base with a walk, courtesy of a hit batsman. That'll lead off the bottom of the second inning, so that's going to bring up Emmeline Waits. So pregame show begins at 6. We'll have the locker room report around 7 o'clock. I will join Coach Tommy Atha. And then we'll send it up to the booth for kickoff. Frank Burgess Jr., Joe McClendon, Andrew Carter in the booth. I'll be on the sidelines. Joseph Bailey will be in the camera well. We are ready for 2025 Cedartown High School football here on the Big Double A. First pitch on the way from Moore to Waits. That one's fouled back. Out of play. Strike one. Waits steps out of the box while we get a new softball, looks over and gets some instruction from head coach Josh Smith. Smith in his second year of work here at CHS, and he has done a phenomenal job with this program right from the get-go. The 0-1 on the way. That's in there called strike two. A good season last year. A good start to year two here in 2025. Moore looks in, gets the sign from Austin. The 0-2 on the way to Waits. Got to protect here. Big swing and a miss. And they're going to say that she got just enough of it to foul it back. Looks like Moore might have taken a little bit off of that one. And Waits was just way ahead of it. But she was able to get a piece of it to stay alive. So the 0-2, part two. Here it comes from Moore. That one is a called strike three in the other batter's box. So that's going to be the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Avery Elliott. So Elliott comes to the plate with the runner over at first. Sister Allie Elliott, the base runner. First pitch on the way from Moore. That one's well outside. Elliott thought about going, but then came back. So Avery is now ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. The look in from Moore. The pitch on the way. Showed bunt. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. For those of you that plan on coming to the game tomorrow night, I recommend getting here early. And it's a red out. So be sure to wear your red. Cheer on this Bulldog squad. Good crowd here on this Thursday night for high school softball. Pitch on the way. That one's in the dirt, and the runner is going to take off. And Allie Elliott is going to be in there safely as that one got away from the catcher, Austin. She made a good initial stop on it, but then she just couldn't pick up the softball and get the throw down to second base. So the runner will stand at second, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike on Avery Elliott, the second baseman for the Lady Dogs. The pitch on the way. Shows bunt again, and it is going to be strike 2. And the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Long look in from Moore. And the pitch. That one's lifted foul to the right side. It looks like Moore again took some off, and Elliott was ahead of it, but was able to just poke it over, get it out of play. That'll keep it alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here the Lady Dogs dugout coming alive, cheering on their squad. The 2-2 on the way. That one is high, out of the zone, ball 3. That one almost backed her off a little bit. So the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The look in. The wind and the pitch from Moore. That one's fouled off to the right side into the dugout for the Bucs. So Elliott will have to pick up the bat and come back and do it all over again. Moore looks in. Payoff pitch. That one skips up there in the dirt. The runner's going to take off for third, and she's going to be in there safely. So a payoff pitch that was in the dirt got away from Austin, walks the hitter, and the runner at second takes off, and now we've got runners at the corners with one out.
For the Lady Dogs, number 21, Chloe.
It'll be Chloe Ramey, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Time is called, and Allatoona will make some defensive adjustments. I started to reference earlier and didn't get to finish, but Allatoona's uniforms, for those listening just on radio, almost the complete opposite. Black uniforms, red letters, red numbers, front and back, trimmed in red. They show bunt. They pull it back. Runner goes to second. Throw home. Safe. Avery Elliott broke for second. Allie Elliott broke for home. And the double still works. And we're tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. That is called manufacturing runs at its best. The pitch was a ball, so Ramey is ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner now stands at second with 1 out and 1 run in. And the pitch is on the way for more. They show bunt again. This one executed perfectly to the third baseman. They'll fire to first. She dropped it. The runner's going to turn for third. She's going to come home, and we're going to be in the lead 2-1. Heads up base running. Avery Elliott broke for third. Made it to third safely. The first baseman dropped the throw. The run was able to score. Ramey reaches safely. It's going to be on an error. And that's going to bring up Mariah Westmoreland. So again, an opportunity for the Lady Dogs to add to it now as they have recaptured the lead. 2-1 your score. First pitch on the way from Moore. They show bunt. Executed again beautifully. The fire down to first just in time. Beat Westmoreland by a toenail. And then they double them up at second base. Ramey was not paying attention. She left the base. They doubled us up at second, but the Lady Dogs strike for 2 and we take the lead. 2-1 is your score. We'll head to the top of the third. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
2-1 is your score as we head to the top of the third inning. Cedartown striking for 2 in the bottom of the second. Puts the Lady Dogs on top. It'll be Ramsey to lead things off. 2-3-4 due up. Pittman, the wind and the pitch. That one's in there, called strike 1. Shaylee Pittman now with the lead. We'll see how well she does here after the Lady Dogs offense came alive there. Striking for 2 runs. And the pitch from Pittman. That one misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Long look into Bennett. The wind and the pitch from Pittman. Off speed, hit to the right side, and that one is going to be foul. Otherwise, that was a double, if not a triple. Washington was hustling over, but that ball got out of here in a hurry. Sam Branch alongside now Andrew Carter.
Hello, Sam.
Has joined the broadcast booth here.
just got wrapped up with the Bulldog Bash, and here we are. Great ball game here at CHS between two good teams.
Pitch on the way from Pittman. That's fouled down to the right side, so this count will stay 1 ball and 2 strike. Two very good teams, Andrew. The Lady Dogs coming in a perfect 3-0. The Bucs coming in a perfect 2-0. So a battle of not only unbeatens, but also a battle of the red and black. Of course, Cedartown should have 5 games in the books if it weren't for Mother Nature. We've talked about that already. The 1-2 on the way from Pittman. Called strike 3. That is going to be the 4th strikeout for Shaylee Pittman.
Well, she's looking sharp right now, Sam. You know, she had 13 strikeouts in the Southeast Whitfield game the last time she had an appearance, and she's already up to that same thing with 4 in this ball game. Way to go, Shaylee.
So that's going to bring up the catcher, Austin. She comes to the plate with the bases empty and 1 out. Pitch on the way from Pittman. That misses upstairs, ball 1.
Great turnout tonight for the Bulldog Bash. The band, both the JV and varsity game day cheerleaders.
1-0 on the way. That one's hit to the right side. It's going to be a chance for Washington in foul territory. Runs into the fence out there and comes up just short. But Chass gave it everything that she had, just like she always does.
Well, that always scares you when you go that hard to the fence. So thankfully, this fence we have here is not that solid galvanized fence, so it's got a little bit of a give to it. And thankfully, she went glove first into it, but she appears to be okay. But a great try nevertheless.
The 1-1 on the way from Pittman, and that misses outside, ball 2.
Back to what I was saying, Sam. JV and varsity game day cheerleaders, both the middle school cheerleaders, middle school Bulldogs football team, and the high school football team, and the band all were there, and it was a great time.
2-1 on the way. Just missed, ball 3. I'd like to know where that one was. Must have been maybe low. So 3 balls and 1 strike to count. 1 out, nobody on. And the 3-1 on the way from Pittman. That misses upstairs, ball 4. So Pittman will issue a walk. That'll be her 2nd of the game.
And for Allatoona, number 9, Sam Chilvers.
And that'll bring up Chilvers. So she comes to the plate with a runner on and 1 out.
I don't know if you mentioned this, Sam, that run we gave up in the top of the first inning, the first run we've given up this season in regular season play.
First run we've given up, first time we've trailed. First pitch on the way. Runner was taking off. Boozer makes the stop, but is not able to corral it and get a throw off. That one, really, her body stopped it more than her glove did.
Yeah, I think she kind of took it off the backhand, Sam. That's a tough play, even if she fields it cleanly. We'll see. They're going to give her a single, and I think that's the right call.
I agree. So that'll bring up Strickland. Strickland is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. This time she comes to the plate with runners at 1st and 2nd. And 1 out. The pitch on the way. That one missed outside, ball 1. Looked like a good pitch from here.
Yeah, strike zone getting a little tiny.
So Pittman will look in. The 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That'll even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike on the second baseman, Strickland. Pittman again, the look into Bennett. The wind and the pitch. Shows bunt and fouled at the plate. So that'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'm not sure how timely this score is, but Cartersville on top of Southeast Whitfield 4-0 in the 2nd inning.
The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll be the 2nd strikeout of the inning. And Shaylee Pittman has picked up her 5th of the game, and that'll be the 2nd out.
Oh, that was perfectly located, Sam. She kind of threw it there. It started down the middle. It rose up and away, and she could not catch up to it, and it's 2 gone with 2 on here in the top of the 3rd.
Haley Gaddis in the box. First pitch on the way. That's a chopper. A chance for Boozer. That gets under. 1 run is going to score. Chloe Ramey will come in and field. Now they're going to have a chance at 3rd. The throw, the tag, and she is out. What a play by Lexi Bennett to get it back to Cedartown's 3rd baseman, Allie Elliott, and it is out. Run does count. We're tied 2-2. Let's head to the bottom of the third. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drugstore in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
2-2 tie as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Allatoona Buccaneers. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Lady Bulldogs. Looking for Cedartown to get the bats going. We scored a couple of runs in the bottom half of the second inning with the aid of an error, I do believe. And we'll see 2, 3, and 4 due up. It'll be the pitcher Shaylee Pittman, followed by Kinsley Boozer, the shortstop, and Chastity Washington, 2, 3, and 4 in the batting lineup as the Buccaneers continue their warm-up tosses. The Bucs wearing all black uniforms trimmed in red. Red socks. Allatoona on the front of their jerseys in red.
For the Lady Dogs.
Lady Bulldogs.
Shaylee Pittman.
Wearing the all-white. A very sharp look there with Cedartown across the front. Shaylee Pittman, number 3, will lead it off here in the bottom half of the third. And now a tie ball game once again, and then we'll see if the Lady Bulldogs can retrieve the lead. And we've got a good part of the lineup coming up for it.
Pittman is 0 for 1 on the afternoon, steps into the box. Moore looks into Austin, and she's ready to go to work. First pitch on the way. Strike 1 call.
Wow. Scraped the outside corner there. Did Moore, the pitcher for the Lady Buccaneers.
The 0-1 on the way from Moore, and that one is lifted to the center circle, and it'll be Moore that'll be there for the pop-up. And the out is recorded, and Pittman is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. So this will bring up Kinsley Boozer. Boozer is 1 for 1. Comes to the plate with the bases empty.
Number 5.
And 1 out.
Boozer.
Boozer has had a hot stick all season long. First pitch on the way to her from Moore. That one misses well upstairs, ball 1.
You know, Sam, Allatoona had almost an untouchable pitcher last year that graduated after last season, although they do have good depth in the circle. And this is a good Allatoona team here, and we're tied 2-2 with them. A 1-0 count.
That one is softly hit to the shortstop. She'll charge, fire on to first, and nowhere near in time. And Boozer is able to beat it out, and she's got a 1-out single. Gaddis made a good play, Andrew.
Yeah.
It was just a softly hit ball that took a long time to get to her.
It's a ground ball, well, a bouncing ground ball, Sam, that it was hit slow enough to where it was going to be, it was no contest. She was going to be safe by a mile, and here's Chastity Washington at the plate.
Washington 1 for 1, shows bunt. Boozer is off to second base, the slide, and she is safe as she has stolen a bag.
Throw was on the money, but it was a bit short, though, of the bag. But the speed of Boozer able to beat the wrap, and she's over there in scoring position. Cedartown's third run at second with nobody, with 1 gone here in the inning.
Washington in the box, pitch on the way. That one's fouled back. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes on Cedartown's right fielder, Chastity Washington.
Washington with one of Cedartown's 3 hits, 1 for 1 on the afternoon.
Moore looks in, and the pitch on the way. Got her chasing on a ball that was well out of the zone, strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning for the Lady Dogs.
That's one thing that Chastity, she can sometimes get a little swing happy, and I think Moore saw that and knew that she was going to go out there and try to get one out of the zone, and sure enough, she swung and missed at it, and that's one that Coach Smith is going to be in her ear about.
Lexi Bennett chases one up and out of the zone for strike one. Bennett already a victim of strikeout.
Cedartown has struck out 3 times today.
Bennett's strikeout was on off-speed pitches. Moore was able to get her to chase some that were well out of the zone.
Well, this is a good timeout here by Coach Smith.
Absolutely.
And he saw exactly what you were just saying through the off-speed pitch there, well out in front of it, and a little heart-to-heart with Bennett, and she's back in the box. 2-2 tie here. Bottom of the third, a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
0-1 misses upstairs, ball 1.
Good take there by Bennett.
And a good stop by Austin behind the plate for the Lady Bucs.
Well,
Otherwise, you'd have had Boozer at third easily.
And they weren't playing Boozer close at second base either, Sam, so she had a good big jump.
Moore looks in, the wide and the pitch. That one inside. Boozer goes to third, no throw down, and she is there safely with another stolen bag.
Well, now, Sam, you got 2 outs. Base hit will definitely score her this time. But now you got the aided effort of a wild pitch that could bring her home.
2 balls, 1 strike to count. The wide and the pitch from Moore to Bennett. That one's hit to the left side, and the Lady Dogs are back on top.
How about that freshman? Lexi Bennett.
RBI single. Gives the Lady Dogs the lead. What a hit.
She hit it right over the shortstop's head. It was perfectly placed, Sam. Just a pretty solid line drive, kind of a sinking line drive right over the shortstop head into shallow left field, plenty deep enough to get the run home.
The courtesy runner will come in, Emma Warren for the Lady Dogs.
Emma Warren.
And that's going to bring up Allie Elliott. Allie was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance, took it off of the left thigh. Would later come around to score one of Cedartown's 3 runs. Stands in the box now with a runner at first and 2 outs, and she hits that one down the left side, but foul.
Oh, just
scorched it.
Missed it, Sam. I'm telling you what, that ball was scorched, and it just was outside the foul line.
That would have probably put runners at second and third, but instead it's a exciting strike 1. So Elliott now stands back in the box.
Elliott with a run scored, but no official at that.
Moore looks in, the pitch on the way. That one misses. Ball 1.
A little bit low, according to the home plate umpire.
1 ball, 1 strike to call. Or the count, I should say. Runner at first, 2 outs, 1 run in. Moore looks in, the pitch on the way. That one's hit to the left side again.
Perfectly placed.
Shortstop makes a play, but not able to get the throw. And so we'll have runners at first and second. And that's going to bring up Emmeline Waits.
Put it in play. Exactly what she did, put it in play. A slow roll left side between shortstop and third. I don't care who you are, you're not going to make that play.
Absolutely. You were right about that, so that'll bring up Waits. Waits is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And again, just like you said, Andrew, need to put the ball in play here. First pitch on the way from Moore. Big cut and a miss. Strike 1.
Yeah, she's kind of almost looked like she swung with her eyes closed there, and Coach Smith kind of making that comment there. You got to stay balanced with that swing.
The 0-1 on the way from Moore. That one is lifted to the left side.
That's trouble.
That one is going to be caught by the shortstop, Gaddis.
That's a great play.
That'll be out number 3, but not before the Lady Dogs strike for 1. We'll take the lead 3-2. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Ready for steel equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Welcome back, Lady Dogs softball in the Big Double A. Cedartown takes the lead back in the bottom half of the third, 3-2. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Bulldogs. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Allatoona Buccaneers. Cedartown ahead by 1 in the run column and the hit column. Number 2 will lead it off for the Buccaneers. It'll be Cheatham as we are ready to go here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Cheatham 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch on the way from Pittman. Big swing and a miss, strike one. Good pitch there by Pittman. Had some movement on that one. That one had Cheatham just guessing. Pittman the look into Bennett. Gets the sign and the pitch on the way. That one, she went upstairs on that one, got her to chase as well. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes.
You know, I said this comment to Sean when I got here to set up the equipment before you got here, Sam. And, you know, I mentioned the fact that the way we've seen this Lady Dogs team play this year, I mean, they're a good softball team. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's out number 1. Strikeout number 5 for Shaylee Pittman. 6 for Shaylee Pittman. I shorted her 1.
You did. I tell you, though, she's been on it.
But I said, you know, this might be a pretty good softball team.
Yeah.
And I think there's no might about it. They're a good softball team this year.
So that'll bring up McCurack.
She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
First pitch on the way from Pittman. That one's hit to the right side. She's going to be 0 for 2 as Emmeline waits. Gathers the ground ball. Taps first base for out number 2, and that'll be
Allatoona.
Thomas now.
Jay Thomas.
She'll come to the plate with the bases empty and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. I agree, Andrew. This is a good softball team. Yeah. And we've seen that progression. And, you know, I talked about it a little bit before you got here. But, you know, second year for head coach Josh Smith, and his impact on this team was felt immediately as that one's hit to the right side and out of play foul. And it's just continued to build. Last season was a good season. We're expecting another good season out of the Lady Dogs this year. And I think one thing that really stuck with me that he told us during baseball season last year was that there was already a lot of building excitement within the players for the upcoming season. The 0-1 misses upstairs, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Anytime you can get some excitement, anytime you can get the players ready to go, you know, 6 months before the season starts, well, that's a win in itself right there. 1-1 on the way from Pittman. That one's lifted to the right side, and that one will reach the parking lot and foul.
Well, and I think it all starts with pitching, and Cedartown's starting pitching has been nothing less than spectacular this season. Of course, Shaylee Pittman has had all the strikeouts, but Kristen Cash has been also very, very good in the circle. There's another strike 3 called to end the inning, Sam. 7.
Set them down, 3-2. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th. Lady Dogs lead. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Welcome back to Cedartown High School Lady Dogs softball on the Big Double A. It'll be, let's see, Avery Elliott, Chloe Ramey, and Mariah Westmoreland, 8, 9, and 1 for the Lady Dogs. Cedartown scoring a run in the bottom half of the third, and of course in the top of the fourth, holding the Allatoona Lady Bucs at bay, striking out the side that Shannon Pittman, as she continues to dominate here, only giving up a couple of runs.
And I want to pick up that conversation that we were having about the pitching performance from this Lady Dog squad. You know, we've said it a couple of times, and I think at the beginning of the season we were like, yeah, kind of, but now we're sold. We have a pitcher 1A and a pitcher 1B. There is no 1-2. Shaylee Pittman and Kristen Cash, both phenomenal. First pitch on the way from Moore, misses low, ball one. You know what you're going to get each time you send one of those young ladies to the center circle for the Lady Dogs, and I think that's just such a luxury to have. First pitch or second pitch on the way from Moore, swing and a miss, strike one on Cedartown's Avery Elliott, who is still looking for her first official at-bat. She drew a walk and would then later come around to score a run for the Lady Dogs.
Kind of a half swing right there.
1-1 on the way from Moore. That one's in there called strike two, and so Elliott now behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cedartown Lady Dogs 3, the visiting Allatoona Lady Bucs 2. The 1-2 on the way. That one is lifted to the right side. It is going to be a play for the right fielder. Off her glove. Elliott is going to be in there. Thomas came over from her spot in right field, was going to have to make a running catch, and it just popped off the leather. And so Elliott will stand at first base.
Well, the fact that Thomas was even anywhere near that ball is really amazing in itself. Just off the edge of her glove. And Elliott reaches on what they will rule a error in right field. That's a tough error.
That is a very tough error. So that'll bring up Chloe Ramey, who is 0 for 1 on the night. She hits that on the right side, and that play will be made.
Yep. Hard liner right at her that time, and that'll be out number 1. I thought it might have been redemption. I thought it might drop in front of her, but the line drive, Sam, just stayed up enough. And that'll be the first out to flip the lineup back to the top of the order.
So it'll be Mariah Westmoreland, who is 0 for 2 on the night, looking for her first hit. Cedartown with a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 4th inning. You'd love to add to it. A chance with Westmoreland at the plate. First pitch on the way, shows bunt, and that one is bunted foul.
Braves and Mets are scoreless midway through the 3rd inning.
Westmoreland once again shows bunt. The count 0-1. Now pulls it back and swings at one well out of the zone, strike 2. That's one of those situations after she pulled it back. I think she was just trying her best to get the ball in play, but
and that's the only
was well out of the zone.
That's the disadvantage of pulling it back and swinging, because you kind of have to reorient yourself, and she wasn't able to get to that one.
The 0-2 is lifted to the right side, and that one is going to be out of play and foul.
I like the idea, though, trying to slice it the other way. The left fielder was in pursuit, but ran out of real estate there as it was right there at the edge of the fence.
So Westmoreland will get a chance to see another pitch here in the bottom of the 4th. Moore grabs a handful of dirt, rubs it in her right hand. The long look into Austin, the wind and the pitch. That one is lifted foul and drops just in front of the charging Austin. The Lady Bucs backstop. She was going to try to make a play on it. And Westmoreland will once again survive to see another pitch after that foul.
Well, Sam, I'm looking forward to tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The gang will be getting back together for our pregame show, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second.
The 0-2 on the way, and swinging a miss as Westmoreland is out.
The throw to the second baseman there.
They're going to say interference.
Interference on the batter, which I was thinking to myself that that was.
If that wasn't interference,
yeah, that was a very erroneous throw, to say the very least, but it was because of contact with Westmoreland. So Shaylee Pittman will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Westmoreland now 0 for 3 with a strikeout.
And I think Allatoona's coach is talking with the home plate umpire saying, well, shouldn't she be out and shouldn't we be going to the 5th inning? And that might be the talk that he's having right now with the home plate umpire. But tomorrow is the big game, Cedartown versus Rockmart. Sports Talk Live pregame show will start at 6 o'clock. Yours truly, Sam Branch, the coach, Chris McKelvey, and we were scheduled to have Dole Kelly with us, but unfortunately, Dole's wife, Laura, broke her ankle, and she's scheduled to have surgery tomorrow.
Yep.
So Coach had to reluctantly step aside, and we're going to get him on later in the season.
Yes, we are. I reassured him that we would absolutely have him back later on in the season.
But we're going to have a flash from the past join us.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
The former host of the post-game show at the station.
Yes.
Former board operator and Saturday morning host. Yep. Ethan Kreider is going to be with us. Yep. Old Rocky Top will join the broadcast.
Is that the first time we've had a Tennessee person on?
You know, first and hopefully last. Unless it's Ethan.
Okay.
First pitch on the way to Shaylee Pittman is in the dirt, and the runner is going to take off from first. And she will be in there safely now, is Avery Elliott. So Elliott now at second base after that one got away from Austin. And Pittman is ahead to count 1 ball, no strike. 6 o'clock pregame show. Locker room report with Coach Tommy Atha around 7 o'clock, and then we'll be in the booth at 7:30, ready for kickoff. Here, though, the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That one's going to get past Austin as well, and so Avery will move up to third base, and Pittman has evened up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Golden opportunity to add to this lead here for the Lady Bulldogs with 2 outs. You know, Pittman doesn't have a hit today, but she has a good chance here. She can lay one down in the outfield. She's going to make it.
High school football officially begins tonight here in the state of Georgia.
There's
that
a ground ball
to the right side.
Yep. Number to second base, Sam.
Throw on to first, and it is dropped. And Pittman is going to be safe at first, and the run is going to score from third, and the Lady Dogs are now up 4-2.
Well, I'm telling you, Sam, even if that ball wasn't dropped, I thought she was safe anyway, but I think the field umpire there was saying that was waiting. If you noticed, he kind of delayed on his call. So I think if she caught that ball, he was going to call her out and the inning was going to be over. But it was a bang-bang play over there at first base, and that's going to be an error, I'm sure, on the drop. But scoring from third base is Elliott, and the Dogs have a 4-2 lead.
A couple of games in action tonight. The big one is Buford and Milton, as Buford unveils their brand new multi-million-dollar stadium.
It's bigger than
AmSouth
Stadium in Jacksonville, Alabama. About as big.
1 ball, no strikes to count on Kinsley Boozer. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Most small colleges don't have a stadium that
agree.
big. It's insane.
We're picking that game, and it's already picked. We already have our picks locked in for that game.
Yes.
So we will reveal those tomorrow night on the pregame show, but all games that we pick for tonight, they're already locked in. That one's lifted to the left side. Going to be a tough play for the third baseman, but she is there to make it for out number 3, but not before the Lady Dogs are able to strike for another run. Cedartown 4, Allatoona 2. Let's head to the top of the 5th. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021. Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
Number 18, Aubrey Moore.
The pitcher Moore will lead it off here as we start the top of the 5th inning. Sam Branch, he's Sam Branch. I'm Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. Cedartown 4 and Allatoona 2 in a very, very close region matchup here between two really good teams. Shelly Pittman back in the circle.
First pitch on the way from Pittman to Moore. That one is lifted high to left field. Going way back, and she's going to have to turn and watch that one go. Moore with a leadoff solo home run to the left side. And Allatoona strikes here in the top of the 5th, and it's 4-3.
It's the first home run we've given up this season. That was a no-doubt shot to left field. I mean, it was crushed. The first mistake pitch you've seen from Shaylee Pittman tonight, and it was a no doubt, but it was a solo homer, and it's still a 4-3 Cedartown lead.
Cartersville also in action tonight, a Thursday night game for the Hurricanes, playing host to Columbia High School.
I think there might be several more Thursday night games due to what we usually have at the beginning of the season.
There are, sir, absolutely. That one's hit to the left side. That one's going to be off the glove. What a play by Boozer to fire to first, and she is there safely. But what a backup play by Cedartown shortstop Kinsley Boozer.
I thought we might have a 5-6-3 put out there.
I thought so,
but unfortunately it ate up our third baseman Elliott there, and. But a great recovery there to keep it from going to the outfield. Probably kept her at first base there. So 2 hits to lead off this inning.
So that's going to bring up Austin. She'll come to the plate with the runner over at first and nobody out. Runner goes.
Nope.
No. Thought about it.
Bluffs.
Held up. That was outside. So that is ball 1 to the Lady Bucs backstop Austin.
And here's another thing, too, that I've been wanting to see, how the Lady Bulldogs do under adversity. And they've been under some adversity in this ball game, as they are here in this inning with the leadoff homer and then that single.
Runner goes this time. The throw down to second. Not in time. Gets away from Elliott, who had moved over to cover the bag. And that pitch was also outside, so it's now 2 balls and no strikes on Austin, and the runner is at second base with nobody out. 1 run already across thanks to the solo shot by Moore. So Pittman needing to settle in here. Lady Dogs clinging to the slimmest of margins. The 2-0 on the way.
Strike.
Throw down to third, not in time, and she is in there safely. The bag has been swiped.
Do you see how what Elliott did, though, when it came in? She kind of stuck her glove behind her trying to tag her to see if she would go off the bag. It was a...
Oh, it counts 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well,
I had 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, that's much better.
We'll take it. So the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third. Pittman, the wind and the pitch. Just missed ball 2. Timeout called by Lexi Bennett, the catcher for the Lady Dogs. She's going to jog out, have a quick conversation with Pittman.
Well, Allatoona playing aggressively here on the base pads. They want to get that tie back after Cedartown took the lead in the bottom half of the 3rd.
Well, and I think both teams understand not only is this a battle for who is going to remain undefeated, but this is also going to come down to where will you finish in the region. This is a big battle between these two squads. The 2-2. Chopper to the left side. Elliott will field. Fire to first. Missed it wide. The run is going to score. It is 4-4. I think Elliott was too worried about keeping the runner at third like she did earlier in the game, and then the throw was wide of Waits at first, and we are tied at 4 runs each.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look the runner back to third base, but when she did that, she turned and threw fast, and she wasn't able to get a good set and just threw it wide. The run scores, you don't get the out, and still nobody out. Runner at second base. The go-ahead run is at second, and we still have no one out in a 4-4 tie.
This will bring up Chilvers, who is a perfect 2 for 2 with an RBI. Looking to pick up another one here. That would give Allatoona the lead. First pitch on the way from Pittman. That's a chopper at the plate. Going to be a tough play for Bennett. Fires down to first, and that one's not going to be in time. The runner is going to come home. The throw to home, not in time. Lady Bucs on top, 5-4.
Well, and the Lady Bucs cashing in some Cedartown mistakes here in this inning. Now, that was a That was a tough play there by Bennett. Bennett threw to first base, and had it been caught at third base, she would have been out. So it was dropped over there at first, and then we just kind of didn't throw home in time. A timely throw home might have gotten the runner coming from third, but unfortunately, that is going to give Allatoona the lead back 5-4. And now a team meeting in the middle of the circle. Coach Smith having a little come-to-Jesus meeting now with the Lady Bulldogs, probably saying, girls, you got to focus in here.
Well, and we talked to Coach Smith before the Tuesday Hiram game, and he talked to us a little bit about his conversation that he had with the girls after the Woodland game. And he told them, this is our year. This is the best opportunity that we're going to have to compete for a region championship. But you can't make the mental mistakes, you can't make the mental errors, and you have to cash in and win the ball games that you're supposed to win. The game here at home against these Allatoona Lady Bucs, they're a good softball team. But this is a win that we should be picking up here at home. We trail by 1, 5-4. 3 runs across here in the top of the 5th. A bunt. Pittman will field. Fires to first. That's the first out of the inning. Runner does move up to second.
And Pittman did that exactly how she should have done. She didn't hurry it up. She knew she had time to pick it up and throw, and they got the out plenty of time over at first base. The runner does move over to second, but you don't want to do too much there. You just want to get that out, and that was a big first out.
So that'll bring up Haley Gaddis. Gaddis is 0 for 2. Love to make it 0 for 3 right here. Pittman, the wind and the pitch. Strike 1 called, outside part of the plate. Some good movement on that pitch from Pittman. The 0-1. That one's hit to the right side. Waits will field. Steps on the bag there. Out number 2.
And she thought for a split second, Sam, to throw to third, and she thought better of it because she was not going to get that runner at third base, and you don't want to take that chance throwing over there and throwing wide, right. That run coming home to score.
Exactly, because if you throw wide, that is definitely going to score the run from third. So number 89, who we do not have the name for yet, we'll see if we can't get that in Game Changer, but she will come to the plate, and she is going to hit
Rice.
Rice is going to be the batter, so she comes to the plate. No first name, Sean, but her last name is Rice. Yep. Pittman looks in, wind up, and the pitch. That one's chopped to the right side, but foul.
That is Allatoona, Peyton Rice.
Peyton Rice.
Peyton Rice.
There we go.
So she's behind in the count. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Pittman winds, lifted to right side and out of play and foul, and that'll take the count to no balls and 2 strikes.
That was a good off-speed pitch there by Pittman, able to keep her out in front and just was able to foul it the other way. And she's a pitch away from getting out of this inning, but a 3 spot so far, looking to keep that runner stranded at third base. But the Allatoona Bucs lead at 5-4 now with 2 outs and an 0-2 count.
The 0-2 on the way from Pittman. That one's going to be outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
That was a called, I think, from the dugout pitch out to see if she'd offer at it. What you don't want to do is throw one right down the middle there and get a base hit or worse.
Pittman the look in. The 1-2 on the way. That one's hit to the right side. It's going to be a chance for Avery Elliott. Slow roller, fires to first in time for the 3rd out. But not before Allatoona strikes for 3 and takes a 1-run lead. It is 5-4. Lady Dogs trail. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Bottom half of the fifth inning, Cedartown was ahead, finding themselves down for the first time since the second inning. Will try to fight their way back down by a run, 5-4.
Number 24, Chastity, Washington.
It'll be the heart of the Cedartown lineup, 3, 4, and 5, or 4, 5, and 6 rather. Chastity, Washington, Lexi Bennett, and Allie Elliott here in the home half of the fifth inning.
Washington is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Buford leads Milton 10-7 in the second.
If you want to watch that game, it's on ESPN2.
That is it. First pitch on the way from Moore. Chase one upstairs out of the zone, strike one.
That was in her eyes, and Chas knows that it's one she should not have offered at. And Coach Smith didn't even have to say anything. Cartersville and Columbia also playing tonight. We'll try to get a score of that one.
The 0-1 on the way to Washington. Another swing and a miss. Strike two this time. That one out of the zone, outside.
I think the Corky Kell Classic started today as well, so there's games today, tomorrow, and I think even Saturday. Games all over the state, including at Barron Stadium, and I think even Mercedes-Benz Stadium will be hosting a Corky Kell game as well.
Cartersville leads 14-0 in the first.
No shocker there.
Pitch on the way. That one's in the dirt. Woodland Stockbridge leads Woodland Wildcats of Bartow County 14-6 in the first quarter. I think we all
picked Woodland Stockbridge on that one, without a doubt.
The 1-2 on the way. That one's fouled off.
Might have gone after one out of the zone again. It might have had some rise on it. I'm not sure it did. Sean nods yes, able to get a piece of that rise ball to stay alive. Sam is feverishly updating his pick'ems as we go.
Although I was going to pick Stockbridge, I had not officially put it in.
Oh, okay.
But I have it in there.
Okay.
I was
that one doesn't count.
I don't know who the 1-2 on the way. That one is lifted to the left side, and that one is going to get out of play and foul. Honestly,
a big league
here's the problem.
Pop-up right there.
I don't know who I would pick Woodland to beat.
That's the Cartersville?
Yeah.
I mean,
there are very few teams I think I would pick Woodland,
Southeast
Cartersville.
Whitfield.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe Armurchie, if they played Armurchie.
Maybe.
Dade County, possibly.
Yep. The 1-2 on the way to Washington. Off-speed pitch, got her swinging, strike three. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. Chastity Washington down on strikes.
Well, Lexi Bennett had a big hit her last time up, Sam. She's 1 for 2 on a run batted in and a strikeout. So
Lexi Bennett.
See if she can get on base here to lead it off.
Moore looks in. Pitch on the way. Called strike one. Back to Lexi off the plate. But it's in there for a called strike. So Bennett behind in the count. The 0-1 on the way. That one's hit to the right side and foul. That one's going to reach the drainage ditch over to the right side. Nope, it actually went past the drainage ditch.
Over toward the girls' field house. This place will be hopping about this time tomorrow night.
Absolutely. We are now less than 24 hours away.
Less than 24 hours away.
I said at 7:15 we were right at 24 hours away. Well, now, folks, we're less than 24 hours away. The 0-2 on the way to Bennett. That one's hit to the right side, poked to the outfield, and that will be down for a base hit as Bennett just put that one in play and shot it right past the second baseman.
That's a good piece of hitting there by Bennett. Reaches the bat out there and slapped it where it was pitched. I mean, it was an off-speed pitch, able to kind of slap it out there between first and second base. Thing of beauty right there. She's got 2 hits.
Runner for the catcher, number 7.
Bennett now 2 for 3.
Warren.
She is victim of a strikeout, but she's also picked up an RBI. So that's going to bring up Allie Elliott. Emma Warren is going to run for Bennett. So Allie stands in the box. First pitch on the way. That one's in the dirt. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Lady Dogs
with some
trail by 1. Love to cash in here. Runner over at first and 1 out. And the pitch. That one misses, ball 2.
Down low, both pitches were hard fastballs there from Moore, but both missing low. The first one bouncing up there, that one a little bit below the zone.
That one's hit to the right side off the second baseman. But they're going to have a play at second. The shortstop was able to get there, pick up the loose ball, as Strickland was able to knock it down, and she looks like she's injured, Andrew.
Yeah, she's. I
don't know if some dirt got up in her eye, but it definitely looks like
what it might have been. But let's go back and kind of talk about that play. Good base running there by Emma Warren. Had that been, because that was hit right at the second baseman there, had she caught that ball, Warren's got a freeze on the line drive. So, I mean, either way, she's going to get hung out to dry there, but it's better to get 1 out than get a double play.
I agree.
And she was aware of how many outs there were, and was good base running there by Emma. She will be retired at the force at second base, and the coach is out there looking there, and it looks like it just might be a little bit of dust in the face.
Head trainer for the Cedartown athletics department there, Ben Truitt, out there taking a look as well, and she looks like she's good to go. So
one of the best in the business, I might add.
Right. A Bulldog through and through.
And I'm not saying that because he's my cousin. It's the truth.
Absolutely. Emmeline Waits will check in, or step in, I should say. She comes to the plate with the runner over at first and 2 outs. Lady Dogs needing to pick up a run here. They trail by 1, bottom of the 5th. 5-4 your score. 2 runs in the second, a single run in both the third and the fourth. Can we add to it? That pitch is upstairs, ball 1 to Waits.
What a better time here for Waits to get her first hit in this situation. Is Elliott aggressive on the base pads here?
Moore looks in. The pitch on the way. In the dirt. Takes off for second. The throw down, the slide. She's in there safely as that one got away. And she's going to hold.
The center fielder, Sam, kind of bobbled it out there, but Elliott still had not gotten up from the slide. She kind of slid in there kind of hard. She's okay, of course, but wasn't able to get up with enough momentum, and she certainly did not need to try to go to third base. She would have been a dead duck over there.
Looks like she lost her glasses on the slide, so she calls time. She'll readjust, get the helmet back on, and now we're ready to go. So that tying run, now 1 base closer as Elliott stands at second. Waits ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. The wind and the pitch from Moore. That one's hit to the left side, a chance for the third baseman. Fires over to first in plenty of time for out number 3. Cedartown strands 1. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. Lady Dogs trail 5-4. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, Bucs stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Lady Dogs Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Lady Dogs leave a runner stranded in scoring position in the bottom half of the 5th inning as we head to the 6th. Allatoona back out there on offense. Cedartown will try to hold them right here and get to the bottom half of the inning.
8, 9, and 1 due up. First pitch on the way to McCurack in there for called strike one from Cedartown, Shaylee Pittman. Pittman, 7 strikeouts on the night so far.
Ran into some trouble in the previous inning, giving up 3 runs, but aided by some ground balls with eyes.
That one's fouled at the plate, so McCurack will fall behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Through 5 innings, Andrew. Shaylee with those 7 strikeouts. 5 runs, only 2 of them earned, 6 hits and 2 walks. Not a bad line for you so far,
Yeah,
but you need the offense to come back alive.
2 runs in the bottom half of the 2nd for Cedartown, a run in the 3rd and the 4th, and that's it.
The 0-2 on the way. That one's drilled down the third base side, and that one's going to be trouble. Ramey's going to go to the corner with it. She's around first, and she'll be in at second, and they'll hold her there. Lead off double. That one got away. Yep. Goes by Kinsley Boozer, and it's a leadoff triple. Or either a double with a throwing error, the extra base on the throwing error. We'll wait to see how they score it. But either way, Allatoona's leadoff batter stands at third base here in the top of the 6th inning with the Lady Bucs on top by 1.
Well, that was what you didn't want to happen here to lead off the 6th.
That's going to be Jade Thomas to the plate. She is 1 for 2 with a strikeout.
That ball was scorched down the left field line.
First pitch on the way from Pittman. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Perfectly placed pitch there by Pittman to get ahead in the count over Thomas. The look in. Wind in the pitch. Bunt.
Squeeze.
Pittman got her.
Yeah, what a play.
What a play at the plate. Shaylee Pittman was able to field, threw it right to Lexi Bennett, the catcher, and got the squeeze play at home plate for the first out of the inning. I will say this.
If she slides, she might be in there.
Not a bad idea by Allatoona.
No, I mean,
but perfectly executed by the Lady Dogs. Coach Josh Smith will come out and have a talk with the infield. So Thomas will be at first. And we'll go back to the top of the order to Moore, who had a solo shot in her last plate appearance. That's also her only hit, though, of the game.
And Allatoona, number 18, Aubrey Moore.
And they are going to intentionally walk Moore.
I think that's not a bad idea.
So Thomas will stand at second. Moore now stands at first, and this is going to bring up Ramsey, who is 1 for 2. 2 runs scored, a walk and a strikeout. Not a bad call there by Coach Josh Smith if this gets us out of the inning. Now, if both of those runs come around to score, that's going to hurt. But in Josh, we trust. First pitch on the way from Pittman. Runners were off. Head over to second base. Elliott will field, fire to first for the out. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And it's exactly what you wanted to happen in that situation. Now, you would have loved the double play, but that one was hit to Elliott, and the runners were already off. Went to first for the safe play.
Yeah, and you don't want to throw wild because the lead runner will come around to score if you do. And just let those runners go over there and take your chances with Austin coming up with 2 outs and runners on second and third.
Austin 1 for 2.
They're going to intentionally walk her as well.
2 runs scored. She'll now have 2 walks.
Allatoona, number 9.
So that'll load the bases up and set up a force play at every base.
Chilvers will come to the plate, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Big spot here for the Cedartown Lady Dogs defense. And starting pitcher Shaylee Pittman.
Coach Smith putting his trust in his defense right here.
They've been good all year, but you got to be perfect right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Lady Dogs lead by 1, 5-4. First pitch on the way. Hit to the right side to Waite. She will field, step on first. Perfectly executed, and the Lady Dogs get out of the jam. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 1-run game. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Well, Cedartown's defense comes through in the top half of the sixth inning. See if the offense can come through here and give Cedartown the lead back. Cedartown trails Allatoona 5-4. Right now, 5 runs, 7 hits for the Bucs. They've got 3 errors. Cedartown, 4 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors. It's been kind of, the errors have kind of come here in the last, few innings for Cedartown. But the defense came up big there in the top of this inning, able to leave the bases loaded, and that was huge. That might have changed the momentum of this game.
And if you look back, a lot of games that the Lady Dogs ended up losing last year were games where they committed a lot of errors.
Yeah, and it just snowballed.
Yeah. And so it's nice to at least know that you're 4 errors into the game and you're only trailing by 1. Now, if Cedartown can come away and pick up the win here, well, that might be a turning point. But the offense is going to have to come alive. It should be Elliott Ramey, and then back to the top of the order. So Avery Elliott will come to the plate to lead things off. She is 0 for 1, 2 runs scored and a walk. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Moore still on the bump for the Lady Bucs. She has pitched a doozy. That was just her 78th or 79th pitch. Number 80 is in there for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. The count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
It was very similar to the pitch that was called a ball, just maybe an inch farther inside than that one was, and it was called a outside strike, 1-1.
Pitch on the way from Moore. That one misses. Ball 2. Buford is driving with 1:20 left in the first half. They lead Milton 10-7. Some other scores for you. Woodland of Stockbridge leads the Woodland Wildcats of Cartersville 21-6. Cartersville 21, Columbia 0. That's a second quarter score. West Forsyth and Douglas in the first quarter, as well as Holy Innocents and North Springs. That one is lifted out of play, strike 2. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. This shows a final from yesterday, actually, Andrew. Cale over South Paulding, 44-21.
That's a lot of points.
North Atlanta trails Hebron Christian 29-22. Or excuse me, that one's a final. That one was played earlier today. 2-2 on the way. That one misses well upstairs, gets away from Austin, so that'll bring the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. You'd love to get this leadoff batter aboard here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing by 1. Avery Elliott, she can do it. And she's due. She is 0 for 1, but she has scored 2 runs. Also has a walk. 3-2, got her. Called strike 3, outside part of the plate, froze her.
And Avery knew it. I mean, before the ump even said strike 3, she'd already turned to go back to the dugout. That was a nasty pitch there. Nothing she could have done with that. Even if she had swung at it, I think she would have either knocked it on the ground or would have missed it. And looks at strike 3 for the first out.
This will bring up Chloe Ramey, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Pitch on the way to Ramey. That one's hit to the left side. That's going to be her first official hit. She is aboard.
Way to go, Chloe. Good job to get that first base hit. She reaches. And Mariah Westmoreland
Number 16.
Westmoreland also looking for her
Mariah
first hit of the night.
Westmoreland.
She is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, so Westmoreland hungry here. Runner over at first, steps into the left-handed batter's box. Moore looks in. Pitch on the way, shows bunt, slaps it.
Nice.
Right back to the pitcher, will move the runner up, and Moore fires over to first in time to get Westmoreland for out number 2, but Ramey stands safely at second base. One base closer is the tying run. Shaylee Pittman, she's also looking for her first base hit of the night. She comes to the plate 0 for 3.
Yeah, Mariah, if she can locate that bunt maybe a little farther to the left, she's going to reach there, but she bunted it right to the pitcher.
First pitch on the way to Pittman. Called strike 1.
That outside corner has been hot tonight. A lot of strikes called over there. The outside corner to right-handed batters, I should say.
Moore licks into Austin. The wind and the 0-1 on the way. That one misses in the dirt, gets away from Austin. The runner is off to third. The fire down to third and safe. Chloe Ramey showing the wheels off. Bang, bang play at third, but Ramey is in safely.
That's a big, big play right there. Brings the tying run to third and a 1-1 count to the batter. See if she can help herself and Shaylee Pittman.
Pitch on the way to Pittman. That one is hit to the left side. That one's going to be deposited into the outfield grass, and we are tied at 5 each here in the bottom of the 6th inning, thanks to Shaylee Pittman and the base running of Chloe Ramey.
Wow. Shaylee Pittman, a humongous hit, her first of the night, and it was a big one.
It was huge. It was huge. Huge. It was huge. 5-5, your score. Kinsley Boozer comes to the plate. Let's see if the Lady Dogs can keep it going. Pittman at first. The pitch to Boozer. Oh, my goodness.
Called
strike 1. That one was so far outside, it was next door.
So it's 0-1.
Moore, the line and the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Pittman off to the races, and she is in at second safely.
She picked a perfect pitch to run on right there. You know, I think she was going to be safe regardless, even if it was a good pitch to throw to second, but it was in the dirt, and by the time the catcher, Austin, found the ball, I mean, she had already slid in and was standing back up on second base. So the go-ahead run in scoring position and a 1-1 count.
Pitch on the way. That one misses upstairs. Ball 2. Good eye there by Boozer not to chase something up and out of the zone. Moore has gotten a few Lady Dogs to chase up there, but Kinsley patient at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Moore looks into Austin. The pitch on the way. She got her to chase on that one, and the count's now even at 2-2.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch there. She was seeing red right there, Sam. She was thinking, I'm going to give Cedartown the lead, but unfortunately swung and missed at the rise. And now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs.
The 2-2 on the way. The pitch lifted to the right side, but out of play back behind the press box and fouled. So that'll keep the count all knotted up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Brett Lane bringing in a couple of new softballs for the umpire. And we're ready. Moore grabs a handful of dirt. Rolls the softball around in the right hand. Toes the rubber, looks in. The wind and the pitch. That one's upstairs. That gets away from Austin, and that's going to advance Pittman up to third base. The go-ahead run now stands at third, and the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cedartown shortstop Kinsley Boozer.
It doesn't get any bigger than this. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, tie ball game. The go-ahead run at third.
A chance to put the Lady Dogs on top. Boozer stands in. Moore, the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Lady Dogs will strand the go-ahead run at third base.
Well, if we're going to win it, it's going to be a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th or after that. So we'll see what happens. We head to the 7th, Sam. All knotted up at 5. 60-second timeout, Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus,
Cedartown.
North Main Street in Cedartown.
This evening, North Georgia, we still have a stray shower or storm.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Lila Strickland to lead things off here in the top of the 7th inning. She fouls that one back, and Pittman is ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Tough spot there for the Lady Dogs. In the bottom of the 6th, they would strike for 1 to tie it up, but they would leave the go-ahead run at third base. Cedartown's going to have to win it in walk-off fashion. Big swing and a miss from Strickland. Strike 2. You want to hold them here and send this game tied into the bottom of the 7th inning. Strickland is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is Strickland's 3rd strikeout of the night. The 8th strikeout for Cedartown, Shaylee Pittman, and that's the first out of the inning. What a way to start out the top of the 7th. Haley Gaddis will now come to the plate. She is 0 for 3 on the night.
What a pitch there from Pittman to get her 8th strikeout.
Pitch on the way from Pittman. That one's fouled to the right side, out of play. That'll reach the parking lot. That was a bullet off the bat of Gaddis, just in the wrong direction. Pittman and Lexi Bennett are going to switch softballs. And now we're ready to go back to work. Gaddis back in the right-handed batter's box. Pittman back on the rubber. The wind and the pitch. That one is fouled back behind the press box. 0-2 the count. Pittman dealing so far here in the top of the 7th. A big moment for this Lady Dog squad. The 0-2 on the way. That one's well outside. Ball 1. If that was a pitch out on purpose, not a bad call there, and I would not be surprised if it was.
She may come a little farther in here, but still probably out of the zone.
1-2, hit right back up the middle and caught by Shaylee Pittman.
That's exactly what she did, Sam.
Out number 2.
Came a little bit farther in. She hit it right off the tip of the bat and right into the leather of Shaylee Pittman for the 2nd out. What a play.
Cheatham will come to the plate now. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Shaylee Pittman, 8 strikeouts on the night. She's already picked up 1 here in the top of the 7th. Can she pick up a 2nd one and take care of all 3 outs by herself? First pitch on the way. Called. Strike 1 right down Frank Lott drive.
Boy, she is dealing right now.
Pittman quickly back on the rubber. Looks into Bennett. The sign. The 0-1. The pitch. Fouled off. 0-2. Cheatham got just enough of that one to foul it off to the backstop, and she'll see another pitch here. Shaylee grabs a handful of dirt. Rolls the softball around in her right hand. Looks into Bennett. The wind and the pitch. That one's fouled off. She'll stay alive.
May have been one of the hardest pitches she's thrown tonight. She threw the mess out of that ball, and she just was able to make contact. What a game.
The 0-2 on the way from Pittman. Outside, ball one. All right. Does she come back and bring it back in a little bit just like she did last time? 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Nobody on, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Tie ball game. The 1-2 on the way. Hit to the left side, third baseman, and that is foul.
Good play over there at third regardless. You don't stop the play unless you know for sure it's foul. And, Allie Elliott over there at third picked it up and threw. But it was foul, so we'll do it again on 1 ball and 2 strike count.
Cheatham will climb back in the batter's box. Pittman looks in. The 1-2. That one's fouled off.
Went off speed on that one,
yep.
Sam.
She's been going fastball, fastball, fastball. Took some off of that one. And the Allatoona Buccaneers were able to get just enough of it to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still the count. Bases empty, 2 outs. The wind and the pitch from Pittman. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Shaylee Pittman retires the side and sends us to the bottom of the 7th. It's a tie ball game, 5-5. The Lady Dogs with a chance to stay perfect if we can win it in walk-off fashion. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Bottom half of the 7th inning. We are tied 5-5. A chance for the Lady Bulldogs to walk it off. We'll start with Chastity Washington, 4, 5, and 6 in the batting lineup. Chastity Washington, Lexi Bennett, and Allie Elliott due up. Washington 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And one thing I know, the adrenaline's pumping. You're excited, but you got to be disciplined at the plate.
Washington will climb in. Right-handed batter's box. Moore the look into Austin. First pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. Good take by Washington.
Outstanding take.
That'll calm the nerves right there just a little bit.
And I think Moore tried that side of the plate knowing that Washington had been swinging a little bit.
The 1-0 on the way from Moore.
Wow.
That one was upstairs but called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like it might have buzzed her a little bit too, but got the inside and upper call there, almost kind of high and tight. But it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. That one is lifted. It's going to be to center field. It's going to be the center fielder who will go back. She'll make the grab, does Ramsey. Washington gave it a ride, but just got underneath it, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Sam, she just got underneath that ball. I mean, if she is a tad bit more on top of that thing, it's going to be a home run to straightaway center field. Lexi Bennett, though, she had a key base hit her last time up, so she's got a chance with 1 out, nobody on base to keep it going here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, tied 5-5.
First pitch on the way from Moore to Bennett. Called, strike 1.
Yeah, that's a good pitch.
Outside part of the plate, maybe even up in the zone a little bit, freezes Bennett. So she's behind. The 0-1 on the way from Moore. Called, strike 2. She is going to work the outside part of that plate and she's going to live out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see her throw one well off the plate just to see if you can get Bennett to chase here.
Yeah, see if she'll extend her zone.
No balls, 2 strikes the count. The pitch on the way, well outside. Good patience and discipline there from Bennett. She takes ball 1.
Austin tried to pull that back in to frame it, but
nowhere close.
Nowhere close. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 gone.
The 1-2 on the way to Bennett.
Woo! Did that hit her?
That one fouled it off the butt of the bat.
Oh.
Right off the end of the handle there. And so the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here we go.
Bennett climbs back in. Moore the look into Austin. The wind and the pitch. Missed outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Perhaps low as well, and a good take by Lexi.
Head coach for the Allatoona Lady Bucs is going to call time and head out to talk to his pitcher. Aubrey Moore, 104 pitches on the night.
I'll tell you what, she's given up, 1 run here, 1 run there, and of course the 2 spot in the second inning. But other than that, she's really thrown well. She's gotten out of some jams. Cedartown really had a lot of chances to really break the game open, and she's been able to kind of, stymie a few rallies here and there in the ball game. But credit Cedartown's bats, though. They've been able to, get on top of her and get some key base hits. And this is where Lexi would like to get one here, as Bennett will head back to the plate after the long meeting is over.
Moore threw 6 1/3, 5 runs, 3 of them earned on 8 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. The freshman Lexi Bennett. The count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 for 3 on the night with an RBI and a strikeout. The 2-2 on the way. Called strike 3.
That's a nasty pitch there from Moore, able to throw that outside corner. That's not one, and Bennett is a good batter, but as she
number 10, Elliott.
As she, gets more experience at the varsity level, she'll know she's got to defend the plate on a pitch like that, just a little too close to take.
So this is going to bring up Allie Elliott. Elliott is 1 for 2. First pitch on the way. That one missed. Gets away from Austin. Ball 1. Elliott also a run scored.
Overcooked that one a little bit, did Moore. 2 outs, nobody on base. We'll take a 2-out rally if Cedartown's going to do it here in the 7th.
Moore looks in, gets the sign. On the way. That one is skied straight up, but it is going to get out of play and into the bleachers there on the visitor's side, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Allatoona fan tried to one-hand grab that thing, and that's tough to do. With a softball, kind of knocked it forward. Everybody appears to be okay. Home plate umpire takes the opportunity to dust off the plate.
So the count now even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lady Dogs third baseman Allie Elliott. The long ball would win it here. Pitch on the way. Chased one upstairs, fouled it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm not sure if she even made contact there, Sam. Umpire threw up the strike call on a swing and miss, 1 and 2.
Moore a strike away from getting out of the inning. Lady Dogs down to their final 1. That one is lifted to the right side, and that one's going to be out of play as well as it reaches the parking lot. Elliott putting up a good at bat, trying to keep the inning going. Bottom of the 7th, all tied up at 5 runs each. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way from Moore. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now, a softball came on the field of play at the same time, but they're still going to call it out, and then we're going to head to extra frames.
5-5 your score. We'll go to extra innings. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
8, 9, and 1 due up for Allatoona. That one is hit to the third baseman. It'll be Boozer who will field and fire over to first for out number 1 of the inning. That was McCurach. Now we'll go to Thomas. 1 pitch, 1 out, top of the 8th, extra innings. Here from CHS. Jade Thomas, who is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, will climb in the batter's box. Shaylee Pittman still on the rubber for the Lady Dogs. She'll look in and get the sign from Cedartown's catcher, Lexi Bennett. The pitch on the way. That one is chopped to the left side and foul out of play. So Shaylee ahead in the count here. No balls and 1 strike. .846, and it finally feels comfortable here in the tin can.
At least it's not raining.
Absolutely.
We've had enough of that this week. I think we all have.
Pittman, the 0-1. That one is lifted to the right side. Going to be a play for Waits, and she comes over from first base and makes the catch for out number 2. Good play there by Cedartown's Emmeline Waits. If she doesn't get to that, Andrew, I think it's a base hit.
Well, yeah, first base wasn't covered. If it does drop, and she's able to make a nice backhanded grab. So 2 quick outs, and are they going to intentionally walk her? She will be intentionally walked.
Moore, who had the big home run, was intentionally walked her last plate appearance, and she's walked again, and this will bring up Ramsey, who is 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, a walk and a strikeout. Her scorecard almost full. We don't want her to fill it out completely, though, at this at-bat. Pittman, first pitch on the way. Runner goes. Throw down to second. It was high. Good cutoff there by Avery Elliott, who was backing up Kinsley Boozer.
Yeah, a bit overthrown there, but very nice job there to back that up.
So the count, 1 ball, no strikes on Ramsey. The go-ahead run for the Bucs is now at second base. My guess is she's going to be off to the races.
I would think so.
They'll test the arm of the freshman Bennett. Pitch on the way, runner goes. Showed bunt, it was a strike. Runner in there safely at third base. So now the go-ahead run stands at third. 2 outs. The count, 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramsey.
I like how he defended that, though, because the throw was a bit short of third. Elliott comes kind of in to get the catch, and then backing her up was Boozer. So had it gotten by, she would not have scored. But now, big play here.
The 1-1 on the way. That's a chopper. Pittman will field. She's going to fire to first. Out number 3. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. Still tied here from CHS. 5-5 your score. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space,
they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Lady Dawgs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
We continue in extra innings as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. It'll be for the Lady Bulldogs 7, 8, 9. It'll be Emmeline Waits to lead it off, followed by Avery Elliott and Chloe Ramey. And if anybody gets on base, we'll go back to the top of the order with Mariah Westmoreland. All we need is one run, tied 5-5, and we can walk it off and go home and get ready for the Rockmart game tomorrow. As Moore is going to get one or two warm-up pitches. She took a little time getting out there because she was on base. She was actually left stranded at third base in the top half of this inning.
For the Lady Dogs.
So a chance for Waits. Waits 0 for 3 with a strikeout, but Sean had a good point when we were off the air. She's a good opposite field hitter. If she can lay one down over there to the right side, we might put a pinch runner out there for her and try to move her over and move her in. We'll see what happens.
Gracie Andrews would be an excellent choice for a pinch runner if Waits could get aboard. Andrews quick on the base pads. Moore looks in. First pitch on the way. That one misses. High and away, ball one. Waits steps back in. Moore, the look in. The 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Good pitch there by Moore. Good cut by Waits. That one was not wildly out of the zone or anything. She just was able to muster it by Waits. So the count all knotted up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just tough to get to. Hard throw there from Moore.
And the 1-1. That one misses low. Ball 2. Good at bat here by Cedartown's Waits. First baseman for the Lady Dogs. Has had some good plays defensively tonight for Cedartown. But she's still looking for her first hit. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. That one missed well out of his own. Ball 3. Man, what a leadoff walk would do for the Lady Dogs here.
I mean, it would be huge.
A leadoff walk, and you're absolutely putting a pinch runner out, and you're off to the races. Huge.
I think Coach Smith is already out there figuring out who we might put out there if she reaches.
The 3-1 outside, ball 4, and the Lady Dogs have the leadoff hitter aboard, and we will have a courtesy runner, or a pinch runner, I should say, coming out of the dugout. We're just going to wait and see who it is.
Batting for the Lady Dogs, number 15.
Well, here's a chance for Avery Elliott. She's 0 for 2, Sam, but she scored twice, walked once, and struck out once. And it's going to be Emma Warren to run for her, so that's a good choice as well. Emma's fast and a good base runner. She had a great base running decision earlier in the ball game, if you recall. Throws on a line drive, ended up being out anyway, but had the ball been dropped or some other thing, she would have reached. And let's see if Elliott's going to be trying to laying down a bunt there. The corners think so.
And she does show bunt, lays it down. Right to the third baseman. The fire to first, and she is out, but Warren will move up to second base. So Avery Elliott executes the sacrifice bunt. That moves the winning run up to second base, and that'll bring up Chloe Ramey.
Oh, a big opportunity here for Chloe Ramey.
Ramey could win it here. She's got the bat to do it. And with the runner, the quick runner at second.
I wonder if they're thinking about walking her, but no, they're going to pitch to her.
Ramey in the box. The wind and the pitch from Moore. Swing and a miss, strike one.
And Chloe knew as soon as she swung, shook her head and walked toward Coach Smith and took a spin on that swing, and she'll head back in there and try to do it again.
Emma Warren, the winning run at second base. The wind and the pitch. Another big cut and a miss, strike 2. Chloe's got to focus here. In the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning.
When we say big, this is a humongous moment here with 1 out and a runner on second.
Ramey back in the box. The wind. The pitch from Moore. Ramey pops it up to the right side. The right fielder will come in. She'll make the grab, and Warren will have to stay at second base. Not deep enough to move the runner, and that's the second out of the inning, and it's going to go back to the top of the order, and it's going to be up to Mariah Westmoreland to see if we can win it here in the bottom of the eighth.
Well, Mariah's probably going to have to turn around and swing a bat here. A bunt will not work. She's 0 for 4 with a strikeout. But if she can slap one down the right field line, or maybe even one the opposite field, we can dance in the streets.
First pitch on the way. Shows bunt. Runner wanted to go, will hold.
I think is it strike?
I did not see a call. I think it was a ball. He hasn't given us the sign yet. Pitch on the way.
It was.
Shows bunt, lays it down. It's going to be a tough play for the third baseman, but she fires on to third in time, and that'll be the third out of the inning. Everybody knew it was coming, and we still couldn't make it work. 5-5, your score. We'll head to the top of the ninth. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
Part of the lineup for the Buccaneers here as we head to the top of the ninth inning in a 5-5 tie.
First pitch on the way from Shaylee Pittman to Austin is hit to the shortstop. It'll be Avery Elliott who will field and fire on to first base for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. The number 3 batter in the lineup is retired, and we'll move on to Chilvers.
Allatoona.
I'll tell you what, when you're in extra innings like this, when you get those quick outs like that, humongous.
Definitely a big play and a good pitch there by Shaylee Pittman to record the first out of the inning, and that will bring up Chilvers, who is 2 for 4 with an RBI. Pittman, the pitch on the way. Chopper back to the pitcher. Off her glove, fires to first, safe. It was off of Shaylee Pittman's glove. Avery Elliott had to charge in. She made a good throw to first, but she just beat out the throw, and the runner will stand at first safely with 1 out. And that'll bring up Strickland. Tough play.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, Pittman's going to wrap leather around that ball and throw over to first base, but unfortunately went off the glove, and once it was gloved, no chance.
Strickland 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. First pitch on the way from Pittman. Shows bunt. She went around.
Strike.
Called strike 1 on the bunt attempt. And the miss. The runner thought about trying to go, but did not. So Chilvers will stand at first. Strickland behind in the count. No balls and 1 strike. The look into Bennett from Pittman. The wind and the pitch. Shows bunt again. That one's going to get in the dirt and get away. Runner's going to be at second safely. They'll hold her there as Lexi Bennett has to track down the loose base or the loose softball, and that is not what you wanted to have happen there, as the count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike, and the runner advances without the bunt needed. So now,
well, she may still bunt now.
I was going to say, now a well-executed bunt, and the winning run stands at, or the go-ahead run, I should say, stands at third base.
Yeah. Allie is playing very shallow, about halfway between third and home, still expecting the bunt with a 1-1 count.
1-1, bunt down the first base side. It's going to be a tough play for Pittman. Gathers, fires to first, and that'll be the second out as the runner will hold at third.
Boy, how many times, though, Sam, has there been a runner at third with 2 outs
Number 4, Haley
versus Shaylee Pittman and the Lady Bulldogs. And another chance for Shaylee here to get out of this one with a runner at the go-ahead run at third base and 2 gone.
This will bring up Gaddis, who is 0 for 4 on the night. Runner at third in the form of Chilvers. Pitch on the way from Pittman. That is smacked to the left side, and it is off the glove of Chloe Ramey. It's going to go to the fence, and 1 run is going to score. Here comes Gaddis around second. She thought about it. She's going to be there easily at third. And Allatoona has taken the lead 6-5 off of a ball that was hit right to Chloe Ramey, who had to charge in just a bit, and then it was off her glove.
That ball was hit really hard, too, and they always say the line drive is the hardest one to judge. And she just misjudged it, and it went off her glove and to the fence. And Allatoona is on top, 6-5 here in the top of the ninth. And a runner at third base.
So Gaddis, who was 0 for 4 on the night, drives in the go-ahead run after the error out in left field.
It's always the batter that's 0 for.
Yep.
That has a big hit like that, and that's exactly what happened there with Gaddis.
Sheatham here 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts on the night. First pitch on the way to her from Pittman. That one's hit to the right side. Waits will field and step on first for out number 3. Allatoona strands 1, but they score 1.
Yep.
Lady Dogs trail 6-5. Last chance. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, Bucs stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Lady Dog Softball on your hometown station, the Big AA.
We've seen great things tonight from this Lady Bulldogs. One thing that we have not seen that we've seen that has not been that good has been the errors, and there's been some very tough errors. The majority, if not all, of the runs for the Allatoona Lady Bucs have come off of errors or come as a result of errors later on down the line. Lady Bulldogs are going to have to come from the brink here in the bottom half of the ninth to win it, down by a run, 6-5. But you got the 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup here to do it, starting with Shaylee Pittman.
Pittman is 1 for 4 with an RBI. First pitch on the way from Moore to Pittman. Pitcher on pitcher here. That's a called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Moore has lived out there and lived well. Pittman behind in the count, 0-1. Pitch on the way. That one's fouled off, 0-2.
Got her to extend her zone there, and I think she'll probably go out there again. That's kind of been her calling card tonight. It's already 9:03. We got this game started, right about 6:30?
A little after 6:30.
A little after 6:30. So we've been here a while.
No balls, 2 strikes to count on Shaylee Pittman. The pitch, upstairs, ball 1.
Good take.
Very good take.
I'm sure that was extremely tempting to swing at, that pitch that rises up, but she took it, and it's 1-2.
The 1-2 on the way from Moore. Missed, ball 2. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on Cedartown's Shaylee Pittman.
And Moore will be throwing her 125th pitch here coming up.
And the pitch, upstairs, ball 3. That'll take the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. After Pittman fell behind, She's battle-backed here.
Well, outstanding job there by Pittman to work the count full.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way. That one's going to be in the dirt, and the Lady Dogs have a leadoff runner at first, courtesy of a base on balls, and Shaylee Pittman, a speedy runner, could tie this ball game back up.
For the Lady Dogs, number 5.
It's going to be Kinsley Boozer. Boozer 2 for 4 with a run scored. She also has a strikeout on the night. She had a chance earlier in the game to put the Lady Dogs up, and she struck out with the runner at third. She can redeem herself here. First pitch on the way. Shows bunt. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Not in time. Yes, he did. He called her out.
That was just an absolutely perfect throw by Austin. I mean, she threw it to the second base side. Shaylee slid right into it as soon as it hit the glove. Wow. Talk about a rally killer.
That is the first person that Austin has thrown out all night, and it happens here in the bottom of the ninth with the Lady Dogs trailing by 1.
And I think it's a 1-0 count. I think that was a ball.
1 ball, no strikes, the count on Boozer. Pitch on the way. That one's in the dirt, ball 2.
Boy, I'm telling you what, a clutch throw there by the catcher, Austin. You got to tip your hat to her. An outstanding job to get a very fast runner in Shaylee Pittman. Probably one of the fastest, maybe the fastest on the team.
2-0 the count. Pitch on the way from Moore. Big cut and a miss there by Kinsley Boozer. Strike 1. Kinsley can put us right back in business, though, with a good base hit here. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch on the way from Moore. That one's well outside, ball 3.
When she's missing like that, Sam, she's missing very wide. So I would imagine, and usually after she misses like that, she'll miss again on the next pitch. And I think if Boozer has the eye here, she'll probably try to take on this 3-1 pitch if it's not near the zone. We'll see what she does.
3 balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch on the way. That one is lifted to the right side. It's going to be a play for Strickland. The second baseman camps out underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2.
And that might have been ball 4.
Lady Dogs down to their final out. It'll be up to the right fielder, Chastity Washington.
Wow.
Just got to put it in play here, Chas. Need base runners right now. Washington 1 for 4. 2 strikeouts. First pitch on the way. And she is hit by a pitch, and she will go down to first base.
I thought for a moment it might have hit the bat.
I agree.
But home plate umpire says no. All right, well, you got the tying run aboard and Lexi Bennett to the plate.
There was also no appeal from the Allatoona dugout,
which I'm a little surprised
Very
about.
surprised by. And we're going to have time called by Allatoona.
Moore is up to 133 pitches, and I wonder if she's got some limit here. And they're just having a talk right now. I think she took her glove off. I mean, goodness knows, she has been out there, just like Shaylee Pittman has been. They've been really, really battling.
So Chastity Washington will be the runner at first. Lexi Bennett, the freshman, will be at the plate for the Lady Dogs.
Open umpire is heading to the circle to break up the meeting, and she's going to stay in there. I figured she would. It's not the same as in high school baseball. In high school baseball, pitchers do have pitch count limits, but in fast pitch softball, sky's the limit.
Well, and I think at this point, you tell her we're either going to win this game with your arm or we're going to lose this game with your arm. This is yours to win. So Moore will stand on the rubber. Bennett in the box. Washington, the runner at second. Pitch on the way. Washington goes. Throw down to second. Nowhere near. Gets away. Back to second. Washington broke for third.
She thought about it.
But that, I think she would have been dead to rights at third base. So a good call there by Chastity Washington to go back.
You do not want to end the game on being picked off trying to extend a stolen base.
Bennett 2 for 4 in RBI, 2 strikeouts. She's ahead in the count here. No balls and 1 strike. We need a base hit here. We're going to swap softballs, though. Moore didn't like that one. Austin retrieves a new ball, tosses it back out to the pitcher who has thrown 134 pitches for this Allatoona squad. Handful of dirt, back on the rubber. Bennett in the box, the 1-0 on the way from Moore. That one's upstairs. And we've got, we're caught almost in a rundown. Washington took off for third and then froze and had to hustle back to second, thankfully.
I'll tell you what, though. Thankfully, the ball was thrown low to the third baseman. She kept it in front of her.
Otherwise,
who knows what might have happened.
Oh, man.
It's 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes to count. The pitch. Strike 1. 2-1 the call.
Man, oh, man.
The freshman with a chance to be a hero here tonight. The 2-1 on the way. That one's hit to the right side. Washington is off to the races. The right fielder will come over and make the grab, and that is going to be out number 3. And the Allatoona Buccaneers come from behind and pick up the win over your Cedartown Lady Dogs and hand them their first loss of the season by a final score of 6-5.
Well, Sam, I think the post-mortem on this game is going to be errors. Errors were a big part of it, and that's one thing that I know they're going to want to clean up. What was not part of the equation was pitching. Pitching was outstanding. Shaylee Pittman, again, with a great start, strikes out 9 batters in 9 innings, and we had some timely at-bats. We had some exciting moments. Cedartown able to tie the ball game in the bottom half of the 6th inning, but Allatoona takes the lead in the top half of the 9th, and unfortunately, Cedartown leaves the tying run at second base, and I think the momentum swung back toward Allatoona. I think there's no think about it. It's absolutely true. Picking off Shaylee Pittman trying to get to second base, and I can't blame the coach for sending her because that's the first time that they have gotten one of our runners tonight on the base pad. So a tough loss indeed for the Lady Bulldogs, who dropped to 1-1 in region play, and Allatoona
2-1 in region.
2-1 in region play. You're right.
3-1 overall.
We got the wins over Southeast and Woodland, and Cedartown with a hard-fought game, but Allatoona comes on top, score 6-5. The line for the game: 6 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors. Allatoona had some errors too that were costly. 5 runs on 8 hits and 5 mistakes defensively for the Lady Bulldogs tonight. Cedartown Lady Bulldogs will be back in action. We head to Cass on Monday, then we play Cartersville on Thursday next week, and then we've got the round-robin Haralson County tournament on Saturday. We will not be covering those games at Haralson County, but we will have the 2 games next week, the game at Cass, and then we host the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes next week, and that's going to be a humongous game here at home, and we'll have that for you here on the Big Double A. Our next broadcast, Sam, tomorrow night. In just a few hours.
Yep, just a few hours.
Yep, 6 p.m. we'll have the Sports Talk Live pregame show, getting you set up for the Cedartown Rockmart game. And then the kickoff at 7:30 p.m., Cedartown versus Rockmart here at Doc Ayers Field. If you can't make it out, and I can't imagine why you couldn't be here unless you're working or something, you can tune us in on the Big Double A. We'll have the play-by-play action of all Cedartown High School football on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. For Sam Branch, I'm Andrew Carter, wishing you a good night and God bless on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big Double A.
W291 TS Cedartown.